Hello everybody and welcome back to another series swap edition, and it is time for me to finally get into the brand new edition of the series swap, a brand new entry with Mikey's reactions to Mind Your Language. I'm starting with episode 2 because it's so much better than episode 1, and he's uploaded this today, and we've been talking about this show quite a lot, especially in terms of series swapping and how excited I am to be doing it. Mike is excited to be reacting to this show as well, and hopefully when he decides to series swap it himself, it's going to be fantastic. But yeah, I'm going to kick it off and do this first, so I'm really looking forward to this. I'm sure it's going to be great. Of course, I've skipped the intro because I watched it earlier. It was a good intro, actually. You know, you said that, oh, this has been a bit of a long intro. But yeah, you covered everything. But this is an Inspector Calls, isn't it? So yeah, I'm just going through the episode in my head. I've watched pretty much every single Mind Your Language reaction that I did in the box set in anticipation of. As soon as Mikey agreed to start reacting to this show, I've basically just been binging my Mind Your Language reactions to refamiliarise myself with the show and get as much of it fresh in my mind as I can. Also, as he goes through the show, I'm probably going to rewatch every episode that he's due to react to, you know, like pre-watch it to re-jog my memory in anticipation for it as well. Either I'll just watch it before I series swap it, you know, yeah. Anyway, that's enough talking. Let's get into this. This is a Patreon exclusive. Oh no, we can put these on YouTube. Mind Your Language is okay on YouTube. Finally, a series swap edition we can put on YouTube, Mikey. What better way to promote our series swap series, our unique series, where the only reactors doing this. Right, so if you're watching on YouTube, check out Mikey's channel, because his Mind Your Language reactions will be on there, of course, as mine are. They're in a playlist. So, Mikey, you do the same, so they're easy to find. Put all your Mind Your Language reactions in a playlist on YouTube, as well as Patreon. Check out, so go to his channel, the link will be in the description, and also check out his Patreon. You join his Patreon, you get mine for free. He's got a $1 a month tier and a $4 a month tier. Whichever tier you join, you get the same price tier in my Patreon for free, and you get it for as long as you stay subscribed to his. There we go. Let's go.
Winds me up. So yeah, we're going to be enjoying some good old-fashioned comedy today, guys.
Yes,
let's have a laugh and let's see what everybody gets up to today. Squeeze me while I press play.
Squeeze me, please. Squeeze me, please, lady.
Let's begin.
That was the first gag I told you about. I remember telling you the first joke is... Anyway, here we go. Here we going. Danielle.
I'm starting to see who these animations are now.
Taro,
I had no idea first time round.
Suli, Giovanni Copello,
But now I've got a
Anna,
good clue. Por favor.
Juan, Miss Courtney.
Squat bags.
And Inspector Calls.
I don't know if this is going to be at all based on the novel Inspector Calls. I read that at school. It was pretty good. I don't remember it in great detail.
No.
Probably not. Probably just a play on the title.
I've never read
I'm looking
it,
forward to
but
seeing where this goes.
I know that
and also,
it's
Luke sent me
not.
this link as well. It's a much better quality version.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Glad I found this.
Por favor.
Por favor. Por favor. Por favor.
Excuse
Play squat bags.
Yeah,
Are you in
bugs.
Mr. Brown's class?
Por favor. Por
Mr.
favor.
Brown's class.
No, he's white.
Brown.
Rowan.
Brown. Up his arse, that's him.
Cervantes.
Cervantes. Para saberlo.
Yes. But are you in Mr. Brown's class?
Por favor.
English is a foreign language?
Por favor.
Por favor.
Are you
Are you really as stupid as you look?
Never mind. Ah, excuse me.
Oh,
Gee,
dear.
You
Lager.
are in
Do
Mr.
whiskey
Brown's
coca.
class, aren't you? But are you or aren't you?
Jamila.
Doesn't Mr. Brown teach you anything?
Ranjit. Por favor.
You.
Oh, that moment where he turned up. Sorry, it's going to take me a long time to remember these names. I'm terrible with names anyway.
Yeah.
But given that some of these names are exotic. It's going to take me a while to get used to them. So it's going to
exotic. That's a really good way of describing it, actually.
be a lot of this guy, this girl, this person. Yeah, when this guy turned up in the last episode, I am sick. Oh, that's not
dear.
contagious. That was fucking hilarious.
It is, isn't it?
Oh dear. Oh god, I'm looking forward to this, but I'm dreading it
I'm looking
because it
forward
might
to
be
that.
bad for my health. Laugh so much. Yeah,
Oh yeah, this series is yeah, it is going to be dangerous for your health.
let's continue. Sorry, I won't hold you up anymore.
Can I be assisting you in any way whatsoever?
Last, a breakthrough.
A breakthrough.
Are you in Mr. Brown's class?
No, I am in corridor.
No, I am in corridor.
Fuck's sake.
Yeah, that's another thing, Mikey. Careful how you vape when you're reacting to this show. It's a good way of choking to death if you vape or drink whilst watching this.
And I am Ranjit Singh.
Ranjit Singh.
Yeah.
In a moment. I'm not really
I love
bothered
him.
who you are. I just want you to give Mr. Brown a
In
minute.
fact, these are three of my favourite characters in the whole show right here. Ranjit, Jamila and Juan. I love all the characters, obviously. Apart from Suli, for reasons that you'll be already starting to become familiar with, but as the show goes on, you'll understand more. But I still like her anyway. She's still, funny. But yeah, I love Ranjit. He's brilliant. Jamila. But you'll learn why all of this as you series swap my reactions. I'll leave that for you to discover.
I'll be very happy to comply with your request.
Would you tell him I would like a word with him?
Oh, certainly.
Which word would you like?
Which word would you like?
I knew it. I knew that was coming.
I want to speak to him.
Either that or just the one.
Foreigners. Ding-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling.
So we appear to be some missing. I hope they haven't dropped out.
Oh, please, it not be surprising me. I am always thinking that Sikh son of a guru was a Punjabi dropout. What you are saying, you miserable spawn of a...
Bullshit.
Don't you two start again. Actually, you're late.
1,000 apologies for this unforgivable tardiness.
1,000 apologies for this unforgivable tardiness.
But you are all unavoidably
Detained in corridor by a lady.
Do I take it, Juan, that you understood what Ranjit was saying?
Por favor.
I understood in that time.
Oh, blimey.
Oh, blimey.
Oh, bloody hell.
Oh, bloody hellfire. Oh, you bloody bastard.
She was big lady. Large bosom.
Very good.
Very good. Very large bosoms.
Yes, well, while you're trying to remember her name, perhaps you'd better sit down. Yeah. Now, I hope you've all done your homework.
Excuse me, please. I am remembering the name.
Missy Courtney.
Miss Courtney.
Yes, sir.
Yes, she's very clear that it's Miss, and she's right behind you. Woo! Ah, turn around. Turn around.
Just have to wait.
Turn around.
Please.
Squeeze me, please.
Already waiting.
She may be the principal, but I have a class to teach. Now, as I was saying, but Miss Large.
Jab
Miss
the bottom.
I was just on my way to see you, actually.
That's not the impression I got.
Now, don't be a moment.
Oh, sorry, don't bother. I merely wanted to tell you that you can expect another student.
Oh, jolly good. More the merrier.
You're
Jelly
not
good.
here to
Jelly
learn
good.
Mr. Brown.
No, it was just a figure of speech.
Well, you better try teaching a few figures of speech to your students. They seem to be in need of it.
I'm doing my best.
Sorry, guys, this room's a bit dark because it's really terrible weather out there today, so I'm going to put that lamp on. I don't like it because it makes
Yeah.
it...
Same here today. As you know, Mikey, I sent you a video earlier of the rain. That has been all day. Miserable, dark, overcast, rain, awful. I hate it.
I think it makes my camera image look a bit shoddy, a bit you know, it needs more.
You know, when the weather was like this in June, July, August, it was. You could at least there was something. You could say, well, at least it's warm-ish. But now it's not even warm-ish anymore. You know, there isn't even that one small upside, one small positive. It's now starting to feel cold as well. You know, I mean, there is still. It's still summer officially. I know that it's weird because there's like 2 different times when summer officially ends. Summer officially ends at some point in the next couple of days, but the clocks go back on the 26th of October. So I'm counting that as when summer ends. That's what it says on my calendar on my iPhone. 26th of October, British summertime ends. So as far as I'm concerned, there's still over a month left of summer, and it's like this. I'm not happy.
So it's got to be done. It's really dark out there today. Unbelievable, really, because it's only...
Yeah, I've noticed that as well. How quickly it's starting to get dark. How quickly, you know, the earlier times it starts to get dark. It feels like it's all of a sudden come in. You know, yeah. Even less and less daylight. But just think of it this way: in 6 months' time, summertime starts again.
Fuck off. It's only 4:30. Bloody weather.
Huh. Miss Cork.
Yes.
This,
And the days start getting longer again.
I expect.
African.
Oh, African. Thank you.
Ooh.
Right, now you remember I asked you all to write an essay, a short story about your life here in England? Hope you've all done so, have you? Good. Well, I shall go round the class and ask each of you to read out what you've written.
Oh,
Shall
God.
we start with you?
My Life in England by Anna Schmidt.
Good, very good. Yeah, but go on.
Concise.
There is no more.
That's all there is.
Yeah, I have no time to write more.
Yeah.
All that Mrs. Walker is keeping me busy. Anna do this, Anna do that. She is a slave driver, that Mrs. Walker.
Excuses.
W is pronounced.
Not really excuses. She's an au pair, so you know she is very busy, and I think she's living with the family that she's au pairing. So yeah, she's a very busy woman. It's perfectly plausible that she wouldn't have any time to do homework in the evening. So yeah.
Well, your employer's name is Walker.
Yeah, Walker.
Vodka. Germans can't say W. You know, who was it who said there was always an easy way to work out if someone in the British intelligence was really a German spy undercover during World War II. They just asked them to say the word squirrel to work it out, because no matter how well they perfected the British accent, they couldn't say squirrel. they couldn't. They'd always end up saying squirrel. I think it was Jeremy Clarkson who said it during the news part of an episode of Top Gear. I'm pretty sure he was the one who said it. But yeah, squirrel.
Know how many shirts Mrs. Walker made me iron last
Vodka?
night?
Walker.
Yeah, Walker. 12.
Just give
Then I
up.
had to prepare a meal for the bitch.
Now, she may be a hard taskmistress, but I don't think you ought to call her that.
Does she mean
Of course she
winch?
Walker.
I was meaning the dog bitch.
The dog bitch.
Oh.
That is why I'm having no time for the homework.
Yes, well, you're not to worry. You really must concentrate on those W sounds. Work.
Yeah, they are like a class of kids, aren't they? Even down to the homework excuse. It's like when you're a kid and you go, oh, my mum made me do like my jobs and stuff. I'm in trouble, I'm grounded, so I had some jobs to do and I didn't get time to do my homework, mate. Sorry. It don't fly, does it? Yeah, I love that. Oh, dear me. Yeah, so many. The beauty of this is that there's not just a language barrier, there are several language barriers. And in that, with each individual character is their own opportunity for unique comedy and unique laughs. I love that. And every time he approaches a different character, even in episode 1, even though I was new to it, I was thinking, right, well, whilst that other character was okay with certain things, this other one isn't. So yeah, there's just so many golden opportunities for comedy here. This is genius. Absolutely genius.
Oh my God.
And I'm privileged to be able to watch this. I really am. I just want to say that at this early stage. It's only episode 2, but I feel privileged to be able to watch this, because you'd be fucked if you find it on TV these days. You know?
I can't believe you said that. I literally said I literally said the same thing, not in those words, but I pointed out pretty much the same thing during my reactions to this early on. You know, I pointed out how each character has their unique element that makes them funny or, you know, stupid in terms of their inability to grasp the English language. And yeah, and the fact that you've noticed it this early, I don't think I noticed it this early. I think it was a few more episodes until I pointed it out. But the fact that you've noticed it that early, wow. And the fact that you basically said the same thing I did. See, there it goes again, that bloody connection, that similarity between me and Mikey. Guys, you see, it's there, on camera. Anybody who's seen my reactions to this, you know, you'll remember me pointing that out, that very same thing. There's another thing I pointed out as well. I'm going to see if you'll notice that as well. I won't mention it. I'm going to see if you notice it. But yeah, I basically said the same thing.
Let's continue.
Danielle, would you like to read us your essay?
Oh, God.
Danielle, would you like to read us your essay?
What I Like About England by Mademoiselle Danielle Favre. Telephone 246.
Right, that happens during pretty much every single one of your videos. I remember that sound happening when you put a mobile phone next to like a VHS player. It used to happen. Or next to an old television. Like, for instance, it was how you knew. It was like a pre-warning that you were going to get a phone call or a text message come through. Because that sound would start playing through your television before the phone actually started ringing or the message alert would ping. But yeah, that happens in every single one of your videos. So, is your... in videos, you've picked up your phone and it's always been within arm's reach. So I'm guessing your phone is right next to your computer. But mine's never done that. And you bought the same PC as me, didn't you? Pretty much. So, why doesn't mine do that? I get loads of things come through my phone during recording, so why don't... I don't know. But yeah, that happens in pretty much every one of your videos. Do you know what it is?
What I Like About England. 246.
Good, carry on.
Susie,
Yes,
Smooth.
was that 8021 or 8011?
You understood that?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, don't.
You're here to improve your English, not chat with other students.
You are absolutely right, Professori. It's just, I'd like to improve my French as well.
I bet you
Well, you
would.
can do that in your own time. Carry on, Daniel.
I bet you would.
I like England because the grass is so green and the people are so nice.
The popples.
Especially the man. Englishmen are so charming, so handsome.
Not where I'm from, they're not.
Sexy.
Wrong again.
Wrong again.
Silence, please. Yeah, I think that'll do, Danielle.
But I've written much more. All about the things I like to do at night.
We don't want to
We
know.
better go into those.
We don't want to know.
Our essays later.
What are you suggesting, Michael? What are you suggesting, Michelle?
We don't want to read. We don't want to hear an essay that's got any words that are like "la dildo" in it. No, we don't want to hear that. Le vibrateur.
La dildo? Oh dear. La wee doo da.
We don't want to read. We don't want to hear an essay that's got any words that are like la dildo in it. No, we don't want to hear that. Le vibrator.
Le vibrator. Le vibrator. Here. How do I look? Like le vibrator.
Oh dear. I'm so sorry. I don't know.
I can't apologise enough.
I just learnt those words today. I didn't know them prior to now. I just learnt those words today. That's why I'm still learning English as well.
Have you just come back from your further education in English class as well?
those words today.
Right. I
Yeah.
totally believe you.
Gentlemen, I don't suppose you've written anything, have
Angie Polo.
And you bolo?
you? Written anything? No.
Written anything?
Look, you
No.
really must start to speak a little, Jamila. Speak. Baba.
Oh, अच्छा हाँ जी आप जितना मर्जी बुलाओ मैं तो बोलने को
No,
तैयार
no,
हूँ।
no, no. In English, you must try to speak English. Look, try saying good evening.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah.
Here it is.
All right,
Come on.
let's start with the good.
Who was it?
Good.
Good. Good.
It's not
Good.
difficult, Jamila.
Oh, this is the bit where she loses it, isn't it? Now, I don't think that this has been explained by anybody yet. But, well, this isn't really a spoiler. But, yeah, during my reaction to this, I actually paused at this point and said, was that the actress actually breaking character and laughing at, oh, what's the name of the actor that plays Jeremy Brown? Well, yeah, laughing at him. You know, in her face, because, you know, in real life, she's not someone who can't speak English. They all can in real life. So I thought that she was, you know, laughing at the fact that this English guy was in her face, you know, patronisingly being like, good, good, good. Like, you know, like she's an idiot. So she just lost it, but they kept it in because, for some reason. Let's see what you say to it.
Look, you nearly said it then. Come on, good. Yeah, please, no prompting.
See, even that is a lot like a child at school. You know, the kid that's put on the spot that gets a bit nervous, or they're a bit too much of a class clown to even think about behaving seriously and do as they're told. That, yeah, I've seen that happen. I've seen that happen across classrooms when I was at school. Teachers put you on the spot and they're like...
Didn't expect you to say that.
No, you're having a laugh, miss. No, yeah, I've seen that many times.
God.
Now try
Woo!
evening.
I love
Oh,
her.
that's a bit
It's not
tricky.
difficult, Jamila.
Oh, it's a bit tricky.
Evening.
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 3 syllables. Ooh.
Yes, yes, come on.
I am your cab driver for the evening.
I know you can say...
Sorry, that was a gimme, gimme, gimme quote there from another show. Evening.
Yes, yes, come on.
I am your cab driver for the evening.
I know you can say...
Sorry, that was a gimme, gimme, gimme quote there from another show. I wasn't very, you know, taxi driver. Oh, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Evening.
Close enough.
God heavening.
Close enough.
Now, put them both together. Good evening.
God.
Yeah.
Hey.
God heavening, that'll do.
God heavening.
Oh, bless her.
She goes round everybody.
Don't make her sit. That's what you wanted. Don't make her sit
Try some
down.
new words later. Suli.
Oh, bless Jamila.
Bless her.
Yeah. She's lovely. Look at. I mean, we're concentrating on Sue Lee now, but watch Jamila in the background as she sat down and she goes back to her knitting. She's mouthing God heavening, practicing it. That's a really nice little piece of attention to detail that most people would have missed or overlooked.
Oh,
Watch her.
Yes.
bless
Watch
her.
her. Look at her. God heavening. God
From the back.
heavening. See?
About England.
I like that.
England is becoming more politically minded and gradually more the overthrow of decadent capitalistic government. As working classes become more educated, they embrace communism as the true way of life.
Dream on, love.
Dream on? But she's right. The UK has basically become, well, it's become socialist.
Inevitable collapse of imperialistic
We're 2/3 of the way where she wished this
points for effort, you know.
Being.
Oh dear. Oh!
Keep bowing.
Do that again. Sorry, I was bowing.
Yeah. Keep doing it.
I got the gist of what he did.
I have smaller observation on young ladies' discourse.
Oh dear.
Illustrator. Increased knowledge of English.
Sorry, before we carry on there, can I just tell you, I did that once when I was at school. I was absolutely, you know,
what?
It's like when you're about 4.
You bow to a Japanese gentleman and smash your head off the table. If you say that, then I'll fucking... Yeah, I was bowing to someone in class and I went boom.
Increased knowledge of English.
Sorry, before we carry on there, can I just tell you, I did that once when I was at school. I was absolutely, you know, it's like when you're about 14, 15, no amount of sleep is enough, is it? I was like that. I can't demonstrate because the desk is, you know, I won't be on the screen. But yeah, I was like that in school one day. I just sort of, you know, well, actually I was this way because I'm right-handed. I was like that, I was just writing away, and then I dozed off a tiny bit, and I literally went, and shot back up and went, Jesus! And yeah, you can imagine what happened there. I got in trouble. I got sent out, but...
Well, yeah.
I was allowed back in after a bit, but yeah, I did something very, very similar to that. Yeah, but mine was by mistake. I must have just dozed off for a second. And...
Do you ever get the thing where, you know, where you're starting to fall asleep and then you get that thing that suddenly wakes you up? That feeling of... well, people describe it as like a feeling of falling, but it's sometimes different to that for me. Also, do you know, something else that I've had pretty much all my life, since I was about maybe 10. You know when you sat on the sofa comfortably watching telly or whatever you're doing, does anybody ever get like a sudden, like, the only way I can describe it is like an internal electric shock, and my body suddenly just jolts. You know, I'm just sat still and then all of a sudden I'll go like this. It's weird, and it always shits me off. Does anybody else get that? Does anybody know why it happens? I mean, I know that there is like a form of electricity running through our bodies, but not so much that we get a fucking power surge. I'm not a cyborg, am I? But yeah, I've had that since I was a kid, and I hate it. It always scares me. Oh, it's horrible. But yeah, that and the sudden similar feeling when you're on the verge of awake and asleep, and you suddenly get woken up by a jolt. I hate anything that makes you jolt, whether you're awake or falling, whatever it is. I hate jolts.
On the table. Yeah. I can relate, although mine wasn't a cultural bow. Mine was sleep. Fucking hurt though, I can tell you that. Really. I had desks arranged. They were wooden. It was in the science lab, I think, and it was
most desks tend to be made of wood.
The old wooden desk. So yeah. Jesus.
What do you want it to be made of? Pillows?
With respect.
And the students would fall asleep.
Load of cobblers.
Cobblers!
Load of cobblers.
Typical of fascist Nipponese.
Japan.
Ooh,
Nipponese.
Nipponese.
Country, not like China. run by peasantry.
Chinese, not peasantry.
Japanese, not fashion.
Nipponese. That's another word for the Japanese, isn't it? Nipponese. Because one of the main airlines in Japan is called All Nippon Airways. So is Nippon and Nipponese another word to describe a Japanese citizen? It must be. Is All Nippon Airways the main Japanese airline, or is... I think it is, isn't it? All Nippon is the main Japanese... is the... Like, British Airways is the main British airline. It's the flag carrier. I think All Nippon Airways is the Japanese flag carrier, but there's another one as well. There's... I don't think it's simply called Japanese Airways. Is it called Japan Air? Japan Air? I don't know. I'll look it up later after this, but yeah. So Nippon must be another way of describing Japanese people. All Nippon Airways. So translated, maybe that's All Japanese Airways. Because, you know, Japan, it's a very proud, patriotic, conservative country. It's one of the reasons I love it. Well, it was until the latest bunch of Democrats got in, and they're going the same route that we've gone down. You know what I mean? Because they've got one of the oldest populations in the world, so they think that the answer is to basically open their doors. I just don't understand why, you know, all the countries that do that think it's the answer. Why don't the governments just say to their citizens, look, say to their all their citizens between the ages of 20 to 40, especially the ones in relationships, in long-term relationships or even married, if you have a child, we will cover the cost of healthcare for your child for the first 4 years of its life if they're in America or countries where you have to pay for healthcare. Or we will cover the cost of the baby's formula for the first year of its life. You know, just incentives to make people want to have children, or just pay them $1,000 or $1,000, whatever the equivalent is of $1,000 per child. In Japan, you know, pay them 100 yen. You know, it's whatever the equivalent is of £10,000 in yen per child. And people would start fucking like rabbits. You know, why is it always immigration? Every country that's got an ageing population, instead of giving their young citizens an incentive to have children, they just say, oh no, we'll just turn to immigration instead. The UK is the perfect example of the experiment of mass immigration to save a country's economy and ageing population. That's one of the reasons why we did it, or it's at least one of the reasons we say we did it. And, well, it clearly didn't work, did it? The UK economy has grown by exactly 0.0% in the last 6 months. And before that, it grew by like, or did it go down? It hasn't. Our economy hasn't grown at all, really, in the last 4 years. And we've never let more immigrants in than we have in the last 4 years. So it clearly doesn't work. Just give the already people who are already there incentive to shag and reproduce. Do you know? Yeah, you know me, guys. You know my political stance. I could talk about this all day, but I'm not here for that. I'm here for Mikey's reaction to Manual Language. But yeah, if I start talking about it, it breaks my heart. Japan, you know, like us, proud culture, proud history, country absolutely littered in historical buildings and artifacts that are going to get wrecked and destroyed and defaced. It's already happening. But also, it seems that the Japanese citizens are speedrunning the version of how we did it. You know, so British citizens now are only just starting to fight back. So, you know, there's the flag thing, for example. You must have seen it on Facebook. Videos of English and British Union Jacks and St George's crosses on every lamppost. You know, it's only now, and the Unite the Kingdom rally where there was hundreds of thousands of people. The BBC said that there was less than 100,000 people there. Fuck off. Have you never seen a football match? Watch a football match where the stadium holds over 60,000. And there was easily 3 times more people than you see when you see a match at Old Trafford or St James's Park. Yeah, anyway. But Japan is already speedrunning. You know, they're already fighting back against it, and they've only just started doing it. And their Prime Minister resigned last week. Because of the failure. Because of all the backlash that's coming through the immigration experiment that they're doing. So, hopefully, they'll save their country. I hope so, because it'd break my heart to see the same thing happen to Japan, what happened to us. You know, just think of the history that's there. All the old temples of the monks and the samurais, and, you know, all the beautiful things that are there. Just Japan, you know? Imagine a historic Japanese city ending up like Birmingham, covered in rubbish. And, yeah, anyway, yeah, sorry.
Young lady.
You know me.
Oh,
Mikey, you know me better than anyone else on this subject. So, I know Mikey won't mind, but everybody else, I'm sorry for going on about it. I know that there's people of all political affiliations watching my content and who won't agree with me on this, but yeah. Honestly, but to those people of the other side, I honestly cannot understand how at this stage, especially at this stage, you can still continue to deny it. It must be obvious. You must be seeing the signs of it being a complete and utter failure. Maybe not affecting you directly yet, but you must be seeing, like, something, some kind of indicator. Maybe not in your immediate area, but you must have seen something somewhere. Either in person or on your phone or someone you know, something, just something that says, maybe this wasn't the best idea. Come on. Mind you, most of them, even if they were seeing examples of it failing, I wouldn't trust half of them to admit it anyway. Because they're so bloody committed to the socialist project.
Fucking hurt though, I can tell you that. Really hurt. Our desks were ancient, they were wooden. It was in the science lab, I think, and it was a old wooden desk. So, yeah. Jesus.
Certainly, Taro, go ahead.
By the way, yeah, I haven't spoken about politics on the channel for a while, but the Charlie Kirk assassination has got me a bit fired up in the last week or so. So, that little rant from me was probably me letting a bit of that frustration out. I didn't expect it to come in a reaction to this, but yeah.
With respect.
That was long overdue.
People. The road of
Cobblers.
Cobblers.
Typical of fascist Nipponese.
Japan.
Ooh,
Nipponese. Country known like China. Run by peasant.
Chinese, not peasant.
Japanese, not fascist.
Ooh.
Taro,
Bye.
please go and apologize.
Apologize? Yes. Lose face.
Lose
Not
face.
my photo.
Not my photo.
Fair play to him. Stand his ground.
Fair play, oh.
Oh dear, I can't believe that. What I've just heard, Nipponese, oh dear.
Please.
Oh, man.
Oh,
Wait,
stop.
oh. Wait, oh. Please, oh. Oh no. Going ladies' toilet, oh.
No.
You are not transvestite, oh. You can't go in ladies' toilet, oh. You are not trans, oh. Or non-binary, oh.
Oh, heck.
Oh,
God.
Inspector, oh. I love Taro. I absolutely love him.
Yeah, it's Miss.
I'm Roger
It's very clear on that.
Education Authority.
Yeah.
Oh, they told me they were sending an inspector round, but I really didn't expect.
He would be black.
He would be so young.
My apologies. But the
Oh.
authority likes to check that the standards of evening
You surprised
classes
at
are
that,
up to
were you,
par.
Mikey?
I can assure you that my standards here are well over par.
I'm glad to hear it.
Well, Mr. Kenyon, if you'd like to come with me, I'll show you round.
No, please. I'd rather just wander around on my own if you don't mind. I usually get a much clearer picture that way.
Yes. Yeah, good tactic.
Wait, oh.
Wait, oh.
Get out.
Everything all right?
Everything's okay.
Everything okay, oh.
To differ.
Excuse me, please.
We have agreed to differ.
Our new African.
Pardon?
I've been expecting
Oh.
Yes, I was told I'd have a new baby. It's nearly time for our tea break, so why don't you just go to the back for a minute and I'll take your particulars later.
But please,
Now, to be a good chap and don't argue, just go and sit there, all right?
Yes, but...
Got the wrong end of the stick. Oh. Ah, good opportunity, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I was
perfect.
wondering if you'd point that out.
Good chance to see how things work.
Exactly. What better way for an inspector to inspect a class than act as a student of the class? You'll get the perfect viewpoint of it.
Does anyone remember that from their school days? Have you ever had an inspector and they'd be like, "Now we've got an inspector
Yes,
today."
Ofsted are coming. I remember at my, well, it wasn't a school, it was a Pru. Yeah, if there was ever Ofsted coming round, they were always shitting themselves because I don't even think most of them were even qualified teachers. They were just the mates of, like, the most qualified one there that he'd let come work with them, you know. And if Ofsted were coming, I was usually pushed out front because I was the only one that could fucking pass the work that they gave us, you know. Yeah, I do remember. Every time Ofsted came, when they wanted to check the standards of the work, it were always me that they had. Yeah. So I don't understand how that place stayed running for as long as it did. Honestly. I think out of all the staff there, maybe 2 of them were maybe proper qualified. The rest of them were just people. It were a shithole.
Good chance to see how things work.
Okay.
It wasn't even a school. It was whatever the fuck it was just based in a youth club in Bradford. Well, first in Shipley, but then we moved to one in Bradford. But it was right next to Bradford City Stadium, so that was pretty good to be going to school right next to basically like my second home at the time, because it basically was. I went there practically every weekend, or every second weekend at that time.
Does anyone remember that from their school days? Have you ever had an inspector and they'd be like, "Now we've got an inspector today, just pretend like they're not here, we'll just get on with our normal activities." And then they look at the other kid that's always a problem, they go, "Look, don't give us any trouble today, because we've got an inspector coming and we can't afford any disruptions." Do you know what I mean? Now if you behave yourself, then, yeah, just behave, because we've got an inspector. And you know that you've got the teacher on the ropes all day. "Yeah, miss? Can I go to the toilet, please?" And then they normally say no, and they're like, "Oh, well, not right at the minute." They go, "Oh, right, okay." And you start looking over at your friend like, and they're like, "Just yeah, you can go. Oh, those were great days when the inspector was in. You know, your teacher was a puppet on a fucking string.
Yeah, it was the other way around for me. When Ofsted came, my teachers knew that they had me like a puppet on a fucking string. Because they'd bring me out to fucking dance for them in front of the fucking Ofsted inspector.
Me?
Now, Make us look good, Luke, and don't you be telling them about what goes on here. Fucking arseholes.
Yeah.
Oh, end of part 1, there we go.
Yeah, clever of him to kind of sit in, pretending to be a student. Yeah.
Yeah.
Clever. Get the best possible view.
10p, dear. Thank you,
10p,
love.
fucking hell.
10p for a cup of coffee, I'll tea.
Oh, there you
You sit here.
Mind you, that's a thing that's kind of remained throughout the years despite the level of inflation. There's always somewhere where you can get a cup of tea for, like, less than £1. It's always less than £1. There's definitely somewhere in my town where you can get a cup of tea for, like, 70 pence. I'm sure everybody else will be able to recall a place where they live, where they'll sell you a cup of tea for 60, 70p, or you can go to a coffee morning where it'll be similar prices, you know. That's something that's always remained through the years, hasn't it? Well, they'll sell you a cup of tea in a cheap cafe for really cheap. But yeah, 10p, that is cheap. In 1977, is this first series? I think it's 1977, the first series of this.
Merci.
Merci beaucoup.
Huh?
I get the coffee.
I get the coffee.
Coffee black?
Coffee black?
Thank you, please.
Coffee black.
Hey, I'm
Ah, beat him to it.
Danielle.
Too bad. Sugar?
Sugar?
How about the biscuit? You like the biscuit?
Yeah, you like it a biscuit?
Good. I'll be back. A packet of biscuits, please. Pronto.
Look,
Pronto.
Yeah, there's a queue.
Go on. Next.
Good.
Look at the size of that fucking teapot. The days before they had those big metal things where there's just a tap, you know. Like the one in Still Game when Jack and Victor take over the shop that they fill up with tea and coffee. Yeah, blimey.
Please. Pronto.
Look, wait your time, love. There's a queue.
Yeah, there's a queue.
Go on. Next.
Good. Evening.
Good?
Good evening.
Oh, bless her.
Good.
Good evening. I don't know.
For the first time, tea or coffee?
Oh,
Cha!
Tea.
Cha.
Tea! Cha!
10p.
good. Evening.
Good evening!
Yeah.
10p. Oi.
It's all right. I'll pay for that and a coffee for me, please.
And a coffee for you. Are you Mr.
Oh,
Brown?
here's a question. Has anyone ever had masala tea before? I have. It's actually quite nice.
Yes.
Oh,
It's a good opportunity with this as well to learn a bit more about 70s culture. I mean, I said so in the last episode. My mum was born in the mid-60s. She grew up in the 70s. I've already learned a lot. But being able to see it again, you know, the last 70s show I watched was Love Thy Neighbour. You know, and, oh, I love that. I loved it. But we'll go into that. We'll go into that. Yeah. Yeah, but you've been able to get an insight into the time period as well. Yeah. It's great.
got a message for you. From her ladyship.
Her ladyship.
Grot bags.
Miss
Grot
Courtney.
bags.
She's been in here and she wants to see you.
Yeah, I know what she
I take it that's your nickname for Miss Courtney then early on in the series. Wait to hear mine.
does one.
I can't wait for you to start series swapping these.
Mr. Brown,
You want to see me?
in my office, immediately.
Careful, that's coffee. You'll spill it.
Por favor.
Por favor. Ah, gracias.
Café con leche.
Café con leche.
Mr. Brown. Thank you, love.
Packet of biscuits, please.
Oh, I'm sorry, we haven't any left.
Oh, God, you've come to have a cup of coffee.
Coffee?
This stuff.
Thank you.
I knew it. Oh, dear.
Enter.
He's not getting a cup of coffee, is he?
It has taken you 2 minutes, 38 seconds exactly to come to my office immediately. I'm glad I didn't ask you to take your time.
You can't fucking
Well, I'm sorry, I was
teleport.
detained.
Well, I thought I'd better tell you that an inspector has arrived.
Oh, my conscience is clear.
I beg your pardon.
Well, apart from the odd parking ticket, I've never had any trouble with the police.
An education.
Not that kind of
not
inspector.
that kind.
I'm sorry, how stupid of me.
Yes. Well,
Yes.
you want to call in on your class?
Oh, well, don't worry, I'll deal with him.
You don't deal with inspectors from the local authority, Mr. Brown. You cosset them and flatter them and agree with everything they say.
Yeah, well, I'll do that as well.
I expect you
old
want to see
trick.
your register.
My register?
You do have a register.
Oh, that register? Yes, of course.
Well, you better call it as soon as you get back to your class.
Right.
By the way, while you're here, the local authority want me to fill in a few details about you on this form. Now, I've got your name.
Yes.
Address.
Yes.
Sex.
Occasionally.
Occasionally.
Marriage.
Sorry.
Oh dear, yeah, something like that. Oh yeah. At least it didn't go well if you're offering. Oh dear. Oh no, I don't want that. I don't want that image.
No.
Crop bags and ball bags. Oh no, I don't want that.
Crop
Yeah.
bags and ball
Didn't really
bags.
work out. There was quite a lot of opposition.
Her father.
No, her husband. I didn't realise she was married at the time.
Oh.
What do you do during the day?
Oh, well, nothing at the moment, I'm afraid. I'm waiting for a suitable position.
And what was your last position?
Well, I was teaching at a secondary modern school, but I left. I couldn't stand any more beatings.
Well, I didn't think teachers beat children anymore.
Oh, it was the other way round.
Yeah. I had a feeling.
Fill it up and get back to me later.
Right.
And do be careful what you say to the inspector.
Oh, of course. Oh, by the way, the new student is arrived.
That's not the way my dad tells it. So this is in 1977 and she just said, I didn't think teachers beat children anymore. Well, that's not what my dad used to tell me, and he was born in 69. So he'd have been at school in the 70s. They were definitely still beating children in the 70s. I don't know what she's on about.
You won't forget to add the name to the register, will you?
It's not going to go well, is it?
What you do after class?
I go and learn the English.
Hey, I'm gonna learn the English as well. Maybe we learn together, huh?
Yes, but what about poor Max?
Yeah. What about the poor Max?
I'm
Yeah.
crying my eyes
I'm
out.
crying my eyes out.
I have an idea.
Oh god.
Lots of ideas.
Why not you and Max study together, huh?
Yeah. I had a feeling that's where she was going.
Right, class, settle down, please. Quiet.
Oh.
Now, the first thing we have to do before we do anything else is to call the register.
So sorry.
Right? Ah, that's quite all right. I expect you'll have a bit of difficulty finding your way round at first. Things will seem rather strange.
Yes, very strange.
Yes. Must be quite a change coming from one of the underdeveloped countries to our more advanced way of life.
Oh, yes.
Still, your people are doing remarkably well. Fly here.
Fly? How do you mean, Buana?
Buana?
Fly in a big iron bird.
Oh dear.
From riding an
Isn't that a Ghanaian thing? Isn't it Ghanaians that call... that use the word buana as like a term of endearment for like a male companion? Is that a Ghanaian thing? Or Nigerian? Oh, I don't know.
elephant.
Mind you, I don't think he said where he's from. He's called Mr. Kenyan, but I don't think he's from Kenya.
Well, did you fly here?
Fly? How do you mean, Buana?
How do you mean, Buana?
Fly in a big iron bird.
Oh dear.
From riding an elephant.
Mikey's done the tea kettle again. 2 sugars. Oh dear.
Oh dear.
From riding an elephant.
No, you didn't go there.
He did go there. He did.
Oh dear. Riding an elephant.
All right.
Oh, you did not.
Breathe.
Mr. Brown.
Mrs. Brown.
1 second. Oh dear me, do you know what? I know stuff like that is coming with this being an older show, but it doesn't stop it being a shock.
No, it doesn't. No.
Oh my days. What an elephant. Let's carry on. He can't possibly balls this up anymore, can he? Or can he?
Well, you never know.
Unless you came by Jumbo.
Jumbo! Jumbo jet!
English joke.
Very funny.
Oh, he made it worse. He made it worse.
Fine, I'm going to call out your names and will you...
Oh, sorry, just give me a second, guys. I need to wipe my eyes. It's starting to stink. I've got tears. Oh, dear. I really should have let that actually know. It's probably a good thing I didn't let that play. I probably would have had a fucking heart attack and died. We don't want that.
No, we don't want you doing a Mr. Morris.
If you want these reactions to continue. I'm willing to suffer for my art, but not die for it. Okay. So yeah, it's probably a good thing that I just... but yeah, nice. Jumbo the Elephant, Jumbo Jet. Yeah, I get it. Why did I go Kate Winslet there? Oh, dear. Fucking hell.
Please answer present.
I'm flying, Jack.
Present. Yes, Sally, but wait until I've called your name out.
Sorry, please.
Sorry,
It's not the right idea.
Present and correct, please.
Present and correct, please.
Giovanni Cupello?
Si, professori.
No, Giovanni, not professori.
No,
Teacher.
professori?
No, you should address me as sir.
Oh, no.
sir.
Now I understand.
Now I understand. You've been knotted. Or whatever he says.
Oh.
You have been to get knotted.
Knotted! Ignited. No.
You have been to get knotted.
Well, to become a sir.
You become a
knotted by the
sir.
Queen.
You got knotted by the Queen.
The word is knighted, and I'm not that kind of sir. Maximilian Papandreou. Maximilian Papandreou.
Eyes forward. Eyes forward.
Sorry. You want something?
Are you here or not?
Clearly.
Well, sure, I'm here.
Taro Nagazumi.
Arsehole.
Arsehole.
Also! He didn't.
I'm here.
Taro Nagazumi.
Arsehole. Taro Nagazumi. Arsehole.
Arsehole.
Also! Oh dear. Oh Christ, this is brilliant. I'm sorry to keep pausing, but I need to. Yeah, everyone is going to say something that's going to happen in stitches. I know they are. So yeah, I need to pause. God, wasn't that a bastard though? Doing registers at school, the teacher would call your name. You're like, you weren't listening or whatever. You didn't answer, and you go, and they call your name again. Like in my case, they go, Michael. What? Sorry, what? Sorry, miss. What? It's the register. Michael, are you here? And I'd be like, well, am I? Am I not? Fucked if I know, miss. If you can't see me, we're both fucked. You know? Ugh. Why did they make us do that? Why did they make us actually go like, yeah, oh yeah, Why? Why couldn't they just look around the room and see who's there and who's not? You know, when they've been teaching you for about 8 months, they know full well who everybody is. They know who the Skyders are, they can just have a look around. Oh dear.
I think it's more of a discipline or, like, manners thing, you know.
Fuck's sake.
They're not just there to teach you maths and English, they're there to teach you other things as well.
Present. Anna Schmidt.
Yeah, present.
Suli Chung.
Yeah.
Present.
Ali Nadim.
Pleasant.
Gift.
Gift.
Gift? What?
Another word for present.
Gift.
I'm surprising you, no?
Oh, gift surprise.
Today,
Okay.
I'm
No.
learning a new English word. And
Oh.
I'm finding that gift is another word for present.
Oh. Oh, bless him.
There you go.
Very ingenious.
Yeah, yeah.
Danielle Favre?
Present.
Present.
All here.
But you're not all there.
Jamila Ranja?
Angie? Oh,
Good evening.
Good evening.
Yes, you're here. And Juan Cervantes?
Por favor.
Por favor.
Yeah, that'll
Por
do.
favor.
Por
You're
favor.
here.
Present.
Present.
Epic.
Take some ridiculous, otherwise I make it into hot water.
Oh, you are going to have a hot bath?
No, Ali, it's just another way of saying I make it into trouble.
Oh dear, you have been committing some grievous misdemeanor.
Not at all. There's an inspector from the local education authority coming round.
Oh, dear.
The boss. Yes, I suppose you could say that, but from my experience, they're usually interfering old fogies.
You don't like them?
Not particularly. Frankly, they're quite useless and about as outdated as their teaching methods. I mean, what's the point of learning past participles, cognate objects, or subordinate clauses? It's far more useful to try to teach a foreign student how to order a meal or find accommodation.
You appear to have some rather unique ideas.
Well, I suppose I have. You know, you speak English fairly well.
Thank you.
Yes, make the connection.
And what is your name?
Roger Kenyon.
Roger Kenyon. Yes. Ah, Miss Courtney, I'm just completing the register and getting the details of our new student before that inspector chappie pokes his nose in.
Mr. Brown.
I shan't be a moment, Miss Courtney. What is your job?
Oh dear.
Inspector.
Oh, what, local transport?
Local Education Authority.
I thought he was the new student.
The new student is a female.
She? Well, you didn't tell me that.
Oh, my apologies, Mr. Kenyon, and I do assure you that Mr. Brown will be severely dealt with.
I can't remember when I last enjoyed
King
myself
Kate.
so much.
I beg your pardon.
Enjoyed yourself.
You know, Miss Courtney, your Mr. Brown is a remarkable man.
I am?
He is?
Yes.
He is?
His teaching methods may be somewhat revolutionary, but they appear to work.
I have always encouraged my staff to be forward thinking.
Come back next
I'll pass on your
term.
comments to the authority. Perhaps they revise their textbooks. Now, if you'll excuse me, I must put in an appearance at the other classes. Oh, keep up the good work, Mr. Brown, and thank you very much for the coffee.
I'm with you, Mr. Kenyon.
Blimey,
You're dropping a clinker.
Dropping a clinker.
You mean clanger?
Yes, please.
Oh.
Yes, please.
Yes, please.
Lesson, get out your textbook.
Oh, blimey. You are dropping a clinker. I love that word, clinker.
I'm going to give you all a few exercises.
Scusi, professore, sir. I can't do any exercises.
dear.
No, I've got a bad back.
Oh, not that kind of exercise.
Same here.
Excuse me, I was looking for a...
Ah, at last. A pity you didn't arrive half an hour earlier.
Why?
You might have saved me a great deal of embarrassment with a certain African gentleman.
Oh,
Yes, he was a school's inspector, but I mistook him for you.
you thought the gentleman was me?
Yeah. The silly fool tried to pretend he was a student and sit at the back to try to catch me out, but I saw through him.
I gather you think he was a
Did
bit
ya?
stupid.
Oh, definitely. Thick as a brush.
What's his name, Mr. Kenyon?
Yes.
Oh, God, she's related to him.
I should do.
Not
I've
quite.
come to collect him. I'm his wife.
Oh.
Blimey, yes.
Oh, blimey.
Drop another clinker.
You have dropped another clinker.
Oh, dear.
Barry Evans, that's it. That's it. Barry Evans. Yeah. Wasn't... There's another actor called that, isn't there? He was in EastEnders. Or was that the name of his character? It's one or the other. It was the big bloke. And he was in Extras as well. He played... Ricky Gervais's character's agent's mate. His name's Barry Evans, isn't it? Yeah. I'm I'm pretty sure.
And again, there's no post-credit or anything on here, no.
No.
Oh, dear.
Gentleman was me.
Pretend he was as sick as a brush.
Sorry, we're just going to...
Oh, blimey. You are dropping another clinker.
Yeah, we'll just leave it there. I was hoping to get the full title card on there, but it doesn't matter. Yeah, wow. Well, Luke was not wrong. Yeah, episode 2 definitely stepped its game up from episode 1. And I think there was a big reason, one of the big reasons for that, I clicked to this last night actually, because I was messaging Luke about this, and I actually said to him, I said it doesn't surprise me that, you know, he said that this show is going to pick up so much after episode 1, because I thought about it, and even though there was some good comedy moments in episode 1, they spent so long introducing all these characters, because it's a big cast, isn't it?
Yeah.
For a sitcom that's only 20-something minutes long, it's only 23 minutes, there would have been an ad break, so yeah. Yeah, for such a short space of time, there's so many characters to include, and there's so much comedy to get out, and that's the genius of how this kind of thing is written.
It's a bit strange, that. Don't you think? You know, for a comedy series where the episodes are only 23, 24 minutes long, where they break them into 2 parts. On the Buses does the same, doesn't it? Is that I'm pretty sure... I'm pretty sure that I've reacted to a couple of episodes of that where there's been 2 parts.
But episode 1 had to spend so much time introducing us
weird how they did that
to
on
these
such
characters.
a short
even though there were some
episodes.
comedy elements there, and there was a lot of funny stuff in it, now that we know who these characters are, there is so much more opportunity for more comedy, and that was just absolutely fantastic. From the word go, it was just absolutely brilliant. I loved it. Some fantastic moments there, stuff that... Yeah, I didn't see it. Well, I know, obviously I know, you know, with it being an older comedy about there being a language barrier and about foreign nationals, I knew that obviously some of the jokes are going to be stuff like, you know, coming on an elephant, Nipponese, you know. I knew it. I know it's coming, but it still takes me by surprise, because in the comedy that you see today, that kind of thing does not get said. And it's like a whole other, pardon the pun, it's like a whole other language, isn't it? This kind of comedy and those degrees of insults, it is like a language of its own that can only exist in this kind of world. You know, you watch modern comedies, you know that kind of thing isn't going to get said. It's an area that they can't touch anymore. So, you know, as much as I know it's coming, it's still a surprise, because it's still a shock to my system. You know, I've never reacted to anything. Well, I've watched stuff like this, but I've certainly never reacted to anything like it. And yeah, it's still a shock. From me, someone that was born in the 90s, grown up in the 2000s, adult in the 20s, you know, we are...
Yeah, people in the sort of age range of me and Mikey, born in the 90s, we were like the last generation that had comedies. We lived through like the last generation of sitcoms that dared to put anything remotely edgy or offensive into their shows. You know, we had Little Britain, The Inbetweeners, Come Fly With Me, stuff like that. The generation after that, people born in the 2000s, you know, by the time they're old enough to watch late night comedies, they're not going to be watching much, like, if anything, like that. So yeah, I get what you're saying there. We were kind of like the last generation that had that. So I'd have been... I would have been what? I'd have been about 14, 15 when The Inbetweeners started. And Little Britain, I'd have been 8 when Little Britain started. I don't think I watched it until I was about 10, 11. But still, yeah. There is no comedies that dare to say anything like this. No, there is one. I've never watched it, but I know that it dares to make jokes that... I'm amazed that it's still allowed, still going. But South Park, I'm always hearing about South Park. You know, there's always something about it in the news. A joke in the latest episode has offended somebody, or that there's a media company and journalism company saying that's too far. how is South Park still going, sort of thing, you know. And Family Guy, Mikey, you told me that Family Guy, you know, it still dares to make jokes that no other show does. So, yeah, but quite a contrast, isn't it? There's, what, 1 or 2 shows still going that we know of in this day and age that dare to make anything remotely offensive in terms of jokes compared to this era. Or even our era, you know. We had Little Britain, Come Fly With Me, In Between Us, and there were many other shows that I can't think of, that I'm not thinking of right now, but there were others.
We're expected to believe that other things are funny. Someone that was born in the 90s, grown up in the 2000s, adult in the 20s, you know, we're expected to believe that other things are funny. But let's be honest, I said it in episode 1, this kind of thing is still funny. All that has changed is what a big response to it is. So, you know, it gets banned, they try and stop exposing people to it. But through the beauty of the internet, it can still live on.
Yeah.
And it has entertained somebody brand new to this right here today. And again, courtesy of Luke. So if you've enjoyed this reaction, you've got him to thank, and you can do so by going and subscribing to his channel if you haven't already and checking out his Patreon. But yeah, back to the review of the episode. Sorry. I just felt like the right time to mention that there. Yeah, again, the formula of this show, it is very much just like a school full of teenagers going around checking the homework. You know, some have made more of an effort than others. And the characters, they've all got their own identity of a kid that would exist if this was a class. I mean, take shows like, I don't know if how many of you have seen it. Take shows like Bad Education, for example. Each kid in that classroom is not so much a stereotype, but they are like a representation of a certain child that you would find in a class. And
you won't be able to see this, but Max, the duvet was over there when I started recording. I moved it over there because he was laying there, so I sort of tucked him in. He likes having the duvet and things surrounding him. He's pulled the entire duvet to the other side of the bed, and he's now completely under it. Apart from the left side of his face, because his eye is looking at me. I don't know why I bother tucking that dog in, because he's perfectly capable of doing it himself. Oh, you are cute. Look at that.
That's where I find that this is really good at mixing these cultures. While it takes the mick out of these cultures, it mixes them quite well. You know, they're all from different places, they all speak different languages, but they're all fitting into these roles of what you would expect in a British school. Now, you've got Danielle, who's, well, you know, she's that girl, isn't she? You know, we all had one of those at school.
Sausage down a ginnel. Is that what you're about to say?
Used to make out that she couldn't do a button up. She goes, oh, I've grown overnight, I can't do that button up now.
Oh, have you come out of your hidey hole? Come here, boy. Come here. Hello, mate. What are you doing? Get enough of under the duvet? Too warm? Yeah. Oh, we need to trim your eyebrows again soon.
Like, bollocks, we know you can. Yeah, and you've got you got the kids that try harder. You know, you got like what's his name? Ali Nadim. You know, he used the word gift to say present. You know, he'd made that connection. He's doing his own bit outside of the classroom. And I'm not going to say like he's the geek or anything, because, well, he's not. But he's got, you know, that advantage. He's doing other things outside in his own time. And I used to do that when I was at school. I used to like if we were reading a book as a class, I used to read like a chapter ahead. You know, mainly because I thought, I wasn't because I was a bookworm or a geek or anything like that. I wasn't doing it for the sake of learning. I used to look and think, right,
there's nothing wrong with that if you were.
Right, we read chapter 4 in school today. If I read chapter 5 and 6 and I can't be arsed tomorrow, then I already know what's going on. I can pretend to follow on and I'll already know. You know, that was my method in my head. I used to think, well, if I read this, then I'll know exactly what's going on when it gets read in class tomorrow. So if I can't be asked for any reason, then I don't really need to participate because I already know what's going on. So yeah, that was my thinking. And that's a bit like Ali there. You know, I know that's not exactly what he's doing, but he's made the effort of learning another word that is similar to something else, and he's used it. You know, he's trying. And then you've got Jamila, who learned how to say God havning. You know, she's just using it every opportunity she gets. You know, she goes around the classroom shaking everyone's hand. You know, fair play to her. You know, she's trying to do it. The pronunciation was a little bit odd, but she knows what, you know. It's there, and she was making that effort. That's really great. And of course, you got the two gents, Giovanni, and I can't remember the other guy's name. The one that looks a bit like
Maximilian Papandreou, but they just call him Max. Yeah, Giovanni and Max.
Patrick Dempsey. You know, just constantly at loggerheads over Danielle, yeah.
Yep.
And you got the old... be careful what I say here. I can't remember the names, I'm sorry. You got the gentleman from Japan and the woman from China.
Taro and Su Li. Yep. The Japanese bloke is called Taro Nakazumi, and the Chinese communist is called Su Li.
That clash there, very relevant to the time, you know, it's like all kind of, that thing is kind of localised entirely within that classroom, you know. It's just so well done, and all the cultures are very well portrayed as well. You know, in some cases...
Funny thing is, you know, you think about China in the 70s, she's on about Chairman Mao, so he was the head of state in China. He was like the only person in China with a car at this point in time, or, you know, at least a proper car, you know, like a really expensive car. Everybody else, like working class people, if they were lucky, if the local authority allowed you, they might be allowed a bicycle. I mean, compare that to today, it's completely different today. The Chinese road network now, it could cover the entire British Isles about 25 times over. So if you took all the roads in China that they've built in like the last 10 years, it would cover Great Britain about 25 times over. I think there's about 70 million cars in China, and there's a new car sold every... I think about 10 years ago, there was a new car being sold in China every 20 seconds. It'll probably be even higher now. And now we've got Chinese car makers selling cars here. You know, you've got BYD, NIO, MG is owned by China. But yeah, back in those days, you had a bike or a moose, unless you were Chairman Mao or one of his friends.
It's through more what they're wearing, you know.
Good old communism.
But I don't think they've got a good mixed bag here of characters and people from all over the place. And they're all kind of collected in this group together where, like I say, they become like English school students with a teacher at the front who, you know, he's got a bit more patience than most. He's a bit of a drip. But ultimately, they've got a good mixed bag here of characters and people from all over the place.
Oh, yeah.
And they're all kind of collected in this group together where, like I say, they become like English school students with a teacher at the front who, you know, he's got a bit more patience than most. He's a bit of a drip. But ultimately, you know, he's sort of in way over his head a bit. You know, that's the impression I get with Mr. Brown. I feel like he's in over his head. But, because, you know, he's meant to be teaching English to these people, then he spouts off these really long sentences in English. Even me, English is my mother tongue, and even English, some of the stuff he said, I'm a bit like, what? You know, but one thing I do agree with, though, is when he was on about teaching languages, about you know, when he said about the inspector, they got old-fashioned ideas. We should be teaching them how to order food or find accommodation. That is so true. Now, I don't know about anybody else, but when I was at school, I learned German. But I had an advantage in German because my dad was fluent. My dad was stationed in Germany when he was in the army. And he said in the army.
Remember you telling me that?
Yeah, when my dad was in the army, he was in Germany. This was in like the early 80s. Well, throughout the 80s, actually. My mum and dad both lived over there from when they were married onwards. But yeah, going to...
Would your parents have been living in Germany around the time that the revolt happened, when the Berlin Wall was knocked down? Would they have been there during that time? Let me know. Because if he was... Well, if they both were, and if your mum has any stories of what it was like... And also, if they were, what side of Germany did they live on? Did they live on the communist side or the other side? Do let me know about that.
Living in Germany, my dad...
Because I'd love to hear some stories from your mum of what it was like in Germany back then. Especially if they lived on the communist side. Because from what I hear, back then it was, you know, a very funny old place.
I picked up the language and he was fluent. And my dad would teach me German. So I knew, by the time I went into a lesson the next day and the teacher was explaining to us what a hospital is, I already knew. And I remember once, I actually corrected my teacher, because my teacher was from Wales, and we all kind of questioned her from the word go. And on this one occasion, she called a hospital in Germany a Krankenhausen. And I put my hand up and I said, Miss, that's not right, it's Krankenhauser. She's like, oh no, I think I know what it means, love. So I have got a degree in this, you know, I can teach it. I went, Miss, it's Krankenhausen. And I turned to a page in the book and said, look, Miss, it's there. There's an N.
Oh, right. You've just reminded me of something. A word in the German word for birth control pill in German is anti-baby-pillen. I'm pretty sure it's anti-baby-pillen. Like that literal. Let me check. Yeah, anti-baby pille. How literal is that? That's brilliant. Anti-baby pille. I think that's fantastic. But I didn't know a hospital in Germany was called a Krankenhauser. Or did you say that was wrong?
Teacher, because my teacher was from Wales, and we all kind of questioned her from, that's not right, it's Krankenhauser.
Krankenhauser, right.
She's like, oh no, I think I know what it means, love. So I have got a degree in this, you know, I can teach it. I went, Miss, it's Krankenhaus. And I turned to a page in the book and said, look, Miss, it's there. There's an N, Krankenhaus. I said, oh, must be a little bit of an oversight. And thank you for letting me know, but in future, let me deal with it. I'm the teacher after all. And I'm like, oh, you know, what am I being taught? And after that, you know, I just kind of lost faith in her. And
you know, sometimes the Welsh accent sounds like someone trying to do an impression of another accent, but they're just completely fucking it up.
I didn't take German beyond that.
Like, an impression of an accent that's like a cross between an Italian accent and an Asian accent. You know? Like, oh, it's okay, love, I know what do you mean. You know, like, the way you just did it, it sounded like you... But it was very close. It was quite good.
Me know, but in future, let me deal with it. I'm the teacher after all.
Let me deal with it. I'm the teacher after all. You know?
And I'm like, oh, you know, what am I being taught? And after that, you know, I just kind of lost faith in her. And I didn't take German beyond that because I thought she might have taught me utter bollocks here. But yeah.
Yeah.
What annoyed me about learning languages at school was that they would teach you how to ask to borrow a pencil. Or they'd teach you what all the names of your stationery was, wouldn't they? And I remember thinking, Because they'd stand there at the front of the class and they'd be like, now, listen everybody, because if you ever travel to this country where this language is spoken, then you are going to need this. And I remember sitting there thinking, miss, if I ever go on holiday to bloody...
I'm not going to take a pencil.
I don't know, Berlin or whatever. If I ever go to Germany on holiday, the last thing I'm going to need to ask for is a pencil.
Yeah.
Surely be more useful for me to ask where the toilet was or where a shop is.
Yeah.
You know?
Exactly.
So yeah, kind of agree there. I do agree that there's a lot of old-fashioned views in teaching language. And again, very few... I know this is different. This is learning English as a second language. But in the reality of school, what percentage of pupils do we reckon actually pursue language later in life? I mean, I had a friend a few years ago who was a language teacher. And he thought it was all high and mighty because, you know, I teach languages, I teach French and Spanish, lifelong skills. And I said, right, okay, how many kids have you actually got in your GCSE class? It was like 12.
Actually, I'm going to have to disagree with you a little bit there. I have so much, like, respect and envy for people who are multilingual. People that can speak multiple languages. I think that's one of the greatest, coolest things that a person can claim to have as, like, a skill or an ability. If you can say, oh, I can speak more than 2 or 3, I can speak 2 or 3 different languages. You know, I think that's one of the coolest things that a person can say about themselves, especially if it's a really complex language. Like, yeah, I can speak English, Russian, and Japanese. You know, Russian, any language where the alphabet isn't like the Romanized alphabet, where the letters at least look familiar, and it's more symbols, like traditional Chinese and Cantonese and Japanese and Korean and Arabic and Egyptian. Yeah, or Sanskrit. Learn a language like that where it's all symbols, and yeah, I've got great respect for people that have been able to learn that. I find it really, literally envious of people that have done that. Like, fair play to you, you know? Blimey.
High and mighty, because, you know, I teach language.
Especially if they've properly learned it. Not if they've just learned it to the point where they can have a basic conversation with someone. I mean, even that, though, fair play, but I mean someone who's learned it to the point where they'd be able to go to that country, turn the telly on, and whichever channel they turn on, they would be able to watch that programme and understand every word they were saying, whether it was the news or a sports highlights show, a comedy show, a drama, a documentary about the history of fucking geography in one of the small counties in the north of the country. Like, that level of learning it. Yeah, anybody like that, utmost respect and top marks to anybody like that. You've genuinely done something incredible there.
I teach French and Spanish.
That is an achievement.
Language later in life. I mean, I had a friend a few years ago who was a language teacher, and he thought it was all high and mighty pupils. You know, I teach languages, I teach French and Spanish, lifelong skills. And I said, right, okay, how many kids have you actually got in your GCSE class? It was like 12. Right, and how many in your A-level class? Oh, it's a very small class, there's only 5. Then like, right, so in most other subjects, the classes are packed, but you've only got like 5 people. And of those 5 people, there's only so many jobs they contain. Like, get off your high horse. Yes, language is useful. Yes, some people do want to pursue it. Whether you want to go and work abroad, you want to work in the travel industry, or even if you want to teach it. You know, languages can be useful, but it's a very small pool. So I used to say to him, you know, don't come all high and mighty at me. You know, if you were teaching maths, English, science, anything like that, any of the core subjects, I think, yeah, you know, you've got room to speak. Like, you're teaching people a language that they're going to forget in 5 years' time, you know? I mean, even though my dad was fluent, I forgot a lot of my German. So, yeah. But in this case, this is a completely different case. Is adults learning English as a second language. Sorry for prattling on there. But, yeah, the way they pack the comedy into this and the way they challenge those language barriers and get the best
during our reactions.
Most comedy out of them is absolutely fantastic. I love it. And just once again, thank you to Luke for sending this to me and mentioning this last night. I mean, I planned to do this today anyway. He asked me last night, he said, when can we expect your next Mind Your Language reaction? And I said, well, funnily enough, I'm doing it today. And that's when he said, every episode from now on just gets better and better. the first episode was tame, and I can totally see it. It's only episode 2, but I can see it. This one definitely upped its game. The inspector blending in there, that was really clever. You know, that was an upper hand that I didn't expect. You know, I thought it was going to be a case of it being known to be an inspector sat at the back of the classroom, but no, they went the other way. So yeah, very clever, very well done. I really enjoyed that, and I've got absolutely no doubt in my mind that there is a lot more fun to come with this show, and I'm so excited for it.
Oh, you've
I
no
love
idea.
old-fashioned comedy. I love that this treads on ground that no one's allowed to tread on anymore. You know, I love it. I absolutely love it. It's brilliant, and I cannot wait for future episodes of this. And yeah, I'm gutted that Series 4 is not available, you know, because of what happened to it. I've been told all about that, you know, so don't worry about that. But yeah, I know I've got 3 solid series of this to go, so yeah, it's going to be fun.
Yeah, but don't forget what else I told you about Series 4, that from what I've heard about people who actually watched it, old enough to remember watching it when it was broadcast, apparently we're not missing much compared to the first 3 series. So you've done 2 episodes, but me, who's done almost the entire 3 series, apparently Series 4 was just a disaster compared to the first 3. So don't be too gutted that we can't watch Series 4 of this. I'm not anymore. I was when I first found out, and I didn't know that Series 4 was, you know, subpar. But since people have told me about it and explained how much worse it was than the prior series, I've, you know, made my peace with the fact that I'm never going to get to see it. So don't feel too bad about that.
It's going to be a laugh, and I hope as many of you as possible hit that subscribe button and stick around to join in the fun. And don't forget to check out Luke's channel and Patreon as well. And don't forget the buy one get one free. If you join my Patreon, the paid tier, you get free access to his. Yep. So you get 2 for the price of 1. Yes. Give it a go. No one's taken us up on it yet. Try it. You want access to 2 Patreons, 2 lots of language reactions. That's how you're going to find it. Okay, so that's what you got to do. Go and do it. So yeah, thank you so much everybody for watching. Thank you to Luke again for sending this to me and giving me this show in the first place. I've absolutely loved it. That was a great episode. Sorry for prattling on there near the end, but yeah, I just thought, you know, it's a new subject matter, this kind of thing. So I thought, you know, there's no harm in chucking a new story out there now and again. You know, I like to tell stories about my reactions. Anyone that's new will get to know that soon. But yeah, that was a lot of fun. Really enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching, everybody, and I'll be back for episode 3 very soon. Have a good day / night, depending when you're watching, and I'll see you next time. Okay? Ta-ra.
Right. Well, there we go. So that was Mikey's reaction to episode 2, series 1 of Mind Your Language, and it was brilliant. But yeah, as you just mentioned there, about me mentioning to you how I told you that the first episode was the tamest and least funny episode of the entire show, in my opinion, and episode 2 was going to be so much better. That is going to continue. So that episode 3 is going to be another step up, and so on and so on. Honestly, this really does just keep reaching new heights and going up level by level as you go through the episodes. And yeah, I'm just so excited for this. I mean, you know how I mentioned about the bottom thing? I said I was excited about this as I was when I knew you were going to start watching and reacting to Bottom. Well, and you're really surprised by that? The thing with this is, it's different to Bottom, because when, at that point, we didn't have the series swap. You know, we weren't doing that then. But now, whenever you start a new series, there's always an extra element of excitement added to it, because there's the potential for whatever series it is to be series swapped. So, it adds a huge extra hit of excitement to it for me. And with this, me and Mikey, we've basically all but confirmed that we're both gonna series swap these. So yeah, but even if we weren't, I'd still be as excited for this as Bottom, because I think I said to him when we were talking about it, when I mentioned in terms of my reactions to it, in terms of the level of hysterical laughter and the, you know, like the crazy reactions where I proper shriek laugh, you know, the kind of reactions that made my channel popular, made my gimme reactions popular. And there's 3 shows where that can be found most commonly, and that's Bottom, Gimme, and this. Those are the 3 main shows where my reactions are like that the most. So that's why it's up there with those other 2 shows. But it's going to be so much fun. There's so many incredible episodes coming up, some great concepts. I mean, there's a few going through my head now. I'm thinking about a few now. You know, right up until the final series. I mean, obviously, I'm not going to tell you about any of them. I'm not going to spoil it. But yeah, I'm just thinking of them now. And it's going to be so much fun seeing you do this, and then the series swaps that are going to come out of it. I can't wait for you to see my reactions to it and see your series swaps of them. It's going to be brilliant. Because, you know, you were kind of gutted that you weren't able to series swap the gimme reactions because of how good those reactions were. These are as good as those in terms of what made those funny as they were for you. So you're kind of getting that back. You're getting an opportunity for that to do that with this show now. You're gonna get the same sort of reactions. You'll understand what I'm on about when you start going through them. Wait till you see my reactions to this. Honestly, I lose it. Absolutely lose it. These are some of the best reactions you're ever going to see from me. And I think it's going to be the same with you. Because knowing what you've watched, you know, the way you've reacted to certain things, and with the kind of show it is, with it being from the 70s, and knowing your sense of humor, yeah, it's going to be so good. I'm just so excited for this in every way. I'm excited for your reactions to it. I'm excited for the fact that I'm going to get to series swap it and you're going to series swap mine. Yeah, there's so many reasons to be happy about this. And because of the fact that Mind Your Language is perfectly fine to go on YouTube, this is a series swap series we can finally put on YouTube in full. Well, I'm going to do at least. It's up to you if you want to or not. You know, that's your choice. It's your channel. You know? Whatever you want to do. But I'm definitely putting these on my channel. Even if it's only to help get more people's attention onto your content and channel and the fact that you're doing this. But yeah, I'm definitely putting this on YouTube. I might even do it tonight. Might even, you know, when I'll post this on Patreon first after I've finished recording. But then I might put it straight on YouTube tonight. Why not? We'll see. I'll have a look first, see what I haven't put on YouTube for a while. You know, like early access shows. And if there isn't anything that's too far overdue, then I might just put this straight on. Why not? What's stopping me? So, yep. Well done on a great reaction. I can see you becoming a Mind Your Language fan before my very eyes, in real time almost. And what's the next episode, actually? Let's have a wee look. let's have a look what you've got coming next. Let's go to list view. Who misses when Patreon collections were just like your Patreon feed where you could just go through them? I'm not too happy about this. A fate worse than death. Videos. Oh yeah, I remember this. Yep. Yep. Oh, you're gonna have a good time with this one. And then after that, you've got what? What have you got after that? All through the night. Oh yeah. The best things in. Actually, the next 3 episodes that you've got. Now, I'm just remembering what those 3 episodes are about. The next 3 episodes that you've got coming up are fantastic. And that thing where I mentioned, where it goes up a level with it, certainly, absolutely, 100%. Yeah, you are in for an absolute treat with the next 3 episodes of this. You are going to absolutely love it. And I cannot wait for your reactions to them, and for your reactions to mine, and to series swap these, and everything about this. I'm absolutely buzzing about this. It's going to be so much fun. And what a perfect time of year to start it, because as we've both mentioned, the weather's been shite for both of us, and I can't see it. If the weather forecast on my phone is anything to go by, then this is it now. You know, and then before you know it, it's autumn, and then before you know it, it's winter. So this is going to be the perfect series to sort of take the edge off when the weather starts getting really crappy. And yeah, perfect time of year for us to start this. It's going to be brilliant. So all that's left to say is everybody who's watching this on the Patreon, thanks for watching. And if you're one of the many people who are on my Patreon and Mikey's Patreon, thank you very much for electing to support him as well as me. We're both very grateful. And if you're watching this on YouTube, then you know what to do. Go to his channel, link in the description. And if you're not on my Patreon and you're watching this on YouTube, don't forget about the buy one get one free offer, because you'll get 2 Patreon memberships for the price of 1. I mean, you can't lose. You know, the $1 a month tier, what's that, about 80 pence at current exchange rate? 80 pence, 79 pence, whatever it is. You'll get his and my Patreon. You'll get this, you'll get the series swaps, you'll get my cheap Super 6, which includes Friday night dinner, my family, on the buses, early access to those reactions, and the unedited versions, and all the shows that Mikey includes in his $1 a month tier. Honestly, you could not be getting better value for money. Even if you just paid for either of our $1 a month Patreons, you wouldn't get better value for money than anywhere else. But you're getting both our Patreons if you join his Patreon. So, go for it. You cannot lose. Pay the price of a fucking picnic bar a month, or a Star Bar a month, and you get 2 Patreons and access to this usually exclusive Patreon series, the Series Swap series, exclusive Patreon series, where we are the only 2 reactors in the entire community making this kind of content. It was our thing. We started this. It was my idea, wasn't it? I came up with the idea, and then we both started doing it, and we're the only ones doing this. And it wouldn't surprise me if one of the bigger reactors saw it and then started doing it, and then maybe it took off. Because up until a few months ago, I was the only reactor in the entire community that had reacted to every episode of Bottom and put them on YouTube, full-length versions on YouTube. And I've noticed a couple of other bigger reactors starting to do it now as well. So, yeah. Although they won't give you access to their unedited versions for 80p a month. Yeah. So, be mindful of whose patrons you support. But anyway, that's it from me. So thanks already for watching. Like and subscribe. Go to Mikey's channel. Like and subscribe. Like his video and subscribe to his channel as well. And don't forget about the Patreon 2-for-1 offer. And to my patrons, thank you for your support. I appreciate you all. You're all fantastic. Mikey, another fantastic reaction, and I can't wait for the next one. And I can't wait for your first series swap of my Mind Your Language reactions either. Elbow in the ribs. Hint, hint. Get on with it. I'm joking. But seriously, do it quickly. I really want to see you see mine. I'm so excited. This is going to be great. Right, I'm going. Thanks everybody for watching. I hope you've had a fantastic start to the weekend, despite the weather. And I'll be back with more content before you know it. Take care. Goodbye.